Checking microphone 1, 2. Good morning, everybody. How's it going today? Going okay here. Had a little issue with my daughter. She is up in her room for today, still being fed. Just she's being punished for some things that she did. So you might hear her talking, making noises while I'm streaming today. But yeah, it's kind of sad for her. I try to teach her, to listen to mommy and daddy, and sometimes she doesn't, and so she's got to get punished. So today she's grounded. I told her it's a little bit sad because I was thinking about taking us to the library today, and that's kind of out the window. So she's up there. I'm going to stream. And I guess we'll start with is there any deal? Just scrolling down through here. Let me refresh it. I don't know how long I'll be on. And I might have to break away to go up there and ask her again to be quiet. Because I have a monitor down here to monitor her. And earlier I asked her to be quiet. I said, be quiet. She's up there. She's not supposed to be playing with any toys. She can read her books if she wants to, but she doesn't have a tablet. Usually we let her play with a tablet. There's no tablet today. None of that stuff because she disobeyed. So, but I asked her earlier to be quiet, and of course I come down here. I'm getting the stream set up and everything, doing a few things, and yeah, she's up there. She starts banging on the. We have an electric piano in her room. It's a full size keyboard. And she turns the piano on. She starts banging on the piano. I went back up there. I said, look, I said, be quiet. That means be quiet. Don't make any noise. But she likes to hum and sing and stuff. So at some point I want to keep the monitor on. At some point I may just have to go up there again and tell her, look, be quiet. I remember when I was grounded, when I was a kid, it's like, go to your room. It's not playtime. You're being punished. So no playing. I let her read her books because her books are all over the place. Anyways, up there, so we got a big bookshelf. So, anyways, I'm here. I am on the screen here. Looks like everything's going okay as far as the stream goes. So let's go to Steam. I don't see anything in Is There Any Deal? Stardeos is still 50% off. But I don't see anything. And you know what? I've already checked my my Steam queue today. Oh, it's just brought up a new discovery queue. So let's look at that. All right. This is my Steam discovery queue. And we're just going to ignore this one. Travel the world as a witch. No, we don't do witch stuff. Big winner. In a future where the financial system has collapsed, the lottery becomes a lifeline for survival. Okay. How is there a lottery if the financial system which fuels the lottery through annuities and stuff like that, has collapsed. You just lost me. You just lost the immersion for me. So we're going to ignore that one also. Deer hunting camp. I'm not a hunter. I have some friends that are hunters, but I'm not a hunter. I don't like guns. Never owned a gun. Never will own a gun. So I'm probably going to ignore this because I'm not a hunter. Ferocious. Immerse yourself in a survival FPS adventure stranded on a dangerous island. Face mercenaries, dinosaurs, and a vibrant yet hostile ecosystem. Explore breathtaking environments and survive the onslaught of intense, fast-paced encounters. Yeah, I don't think so. Grounded 2. No demo. Shrunk again, but the world is much larger. In this open-world single-player co-op survival adventure, craft weapons and armor, build your base, and traverse the playground on your buggy. But something else is out there, and it hasn't forgotten you. It's a good concept. I don't know why no one ever thought of this before. I mean, obviously, like developers are looking for ideas all the time. It's like, and nobody ever watched Honey, I Shrunk the Kids um, and said, "Oh, this would make a great computer game." Let's see, Misty's Idle Fishing. No, Arit, The Battles of Alexander the Great. Classic hex encounter digital war game where you'll relive the Macedonian king's most epic battles. No. Sword Road, no. Path of the Abyss, no. Shake, no. Terminal 1. Airport building and light business tycoon game, light. If no one's ever played, what's it, Airport CEO? We'll look at the next one. Warborn Dominion Tactics. Which appears to be, what, 75% off right now on Steam? Great game. A lot of fun. I don't know how many hours I have in it. Let's see. My library. It says I have 143 hours on it. I bought it probably for like $14.99, somewhere in that neighborhood. It's a great game, a lot of fun. I stopped at a point. You have a limited size map, and I don't know if they've changed that or not. That was my last one. Let's go back here to the store page for this. Build and manage an international airport. Recent reviews are mixed, but 83% of the user reviews are positive. You can fail in this pretty easily. You really have to know, you have to get a fast start on building your engine, your money engine. And that includes laying out a lot of, you have to make it a private airport, really, to make money before you can make it into a, as you can see here, right here, here's the boundaries of your airport. I don't know if they've changed that or not, but this is pretty much it. As far as when I played, you were limited to a certain size space that you could build your airport in. So basically, you start out with like a grass runway. I think I haven't played in a long time, but you have to have a grass runway, and then you have to build a bunch of small airplane stands where airplanes can fly in, land, go to the stand, get refueled, whatever, and then fly out again. And you have to have that engine going, and you have to build up your engine. You have to keep things. Here's the stands right here. So I'm not sure what this is down here. It looks like they land here, according to the way the orientation of this aircraft is. They land here. They come down here. They get onto this taxiway. They come down here to the stand. They park here. They get refueled. You have eventually you have refueling vehicles that will drive out there and refuel them. You can actually build the game up to like jumbo jets, which is where I got to. And I just kind of stopped. I was kind of like, well, it's kind of got this game nailed down. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I definitely say now, unless there's bugs and stuff that have been introduced since I played the game, the bugs ruin everything. Most of the workers bugged out for me. Now, I did have some workers and passengers bug out. So you can build, like you can have it's levels. You can go, I think, 2 levels down underground and 3 levels up, I believe. So you do have that limit. You do have that limit of the size of your airport. You do have the limit of the size of your airport, but you can build underground. Like you could build your baggage system underground underneath your terminal. You can build a whole network of stuff underground. And then you can also build up, like, your terminal can have a ground floor, second floor, third floor. And I did have, so basically what I had is I had something like this where I had my terminal was here, and then I had an underground passage to another larger terminal as I expanded, or concourse, I guess you could call it. My main terminal is here. It had all of my private planes over here. And then you had the concourse, like Concourse A over here. And there was a passage going from the main terminal underneath the stands for the concourse. I had stands for the concourse here, and there was a walkway going underneath to get to this concourse. So planes were landing and coming in here, docking at the concourse or parking at the concourse to load passengers. I had an underground passage here, and I somehow got passengers that were coming over here got lost underground, even though there was nothing there, empty space, but they got lost. So you have to build police and basically emergency stuff. You have to build police, fire stations. And so I had to build a road to go out there. And I was hoping the police would go out there and pick them up and bring them back. They didn't. And so then I had to build walkways from where they were. If there's a walkway, they'll follow it. So I had to build a walkway, have them follow it all the way back, and then close off. I don't know if I had a door there or something, but just close it off. And you can actually tell your passengers that this is the area that you can walk in. And if you don't mark it as an area that passengers can walk in, they can't walk in there. But somehow they walked in there, they got out into this area. And it'll show you that passengers got lost. There's passengers can't make it from where they were going to, from their departure point to their destination point. They can't get there, and you click on them and you see it's because, well, they're wandered way off where they shouldn't have wandered. But it's kind of cool because you have to hire ticket agents. You have to hire all your staff basically. It's pretty cool. I liked it. I liked it. I didn't notice a ton of bugs, except that was the main bug that I noticed, was what this person's talking about. Is this sometimes people would walk off. I didn't have any problem with them not doing their job. This person says, well, it makes me play it for 26 hours nonstop since I bought it. So, it gets a thumbs up. I've got 150 hours in it, so a good management game, but ruined by bugs like planes not loading passengers. I think I might have experienced that a couple of times too, and I'm not sure. I don't remember why, but I think it was my fault. So I was doing something wrong. Terrible stuttering in later stages of the game due to, I assume, poor optimization. Um, and I didn't notice this either, even though I had full baggage system, underground baggage system that was working well. Um, you actually have to have an area to scan the baggage, security area. People have to go through a security area to get to the concourse. I mean, I thought it was good. Yeah, pathfinding's not great. Let's see, what is the now I played this like I don't know the last time I played it. Um 3, 4 years ago, maybe. So I haven't checked the update history in forever. I know they did release a so this is a year and a half ago. They did release a helicopters. So yeah, it hasn't been. I mean, this is something that, but you can see there's a lot of stuff that they've done. I mean, look over here where the thumbnail is. I drag it down all the way here, July of 2017. So I mean, you can see they they did a lot to the game. They expanded it. Like I said, when I played it for like 150 hours. So I played it probably what 3 hours a day. I probably played it for like 50. I probably played it for like 5, 6 weeks. So for me, just like in like Dyson Sphere program, it's like when I see this, when I see I played this for 150 hours, I remember playing it over and over. I played it every day, pretty much exclusively. Learning the game, watching a couple of videos by Attikin that got me off to a good start. But yeah, you have to sign contracts with your vendors. Um, you have vendors who you have to provide food for like airlines that want food on their planes. It's pretty in depth. 2020, September, October, November, December. You can see they regularly updated it. I mean, every month: March, June, August, October, July 2022, and then well, let's click on this to see how far out they got. November 3rd, 2023. And they said they're going to be back with stabilization updates over the coming months. Um, so I don't know if they broke the game. Like I said, I haven't played it in a long time, and I have not bought any of the DLC. I've just played the base game, but when I played it, I liked it. So now, see, for me, this I think falls a little bit on Steam. I mean, if a game's been developed and then ruined by the developer, and then they just abandon it, but they're still selling it on Steam. Steam needs to look at this kind of stuff. I mean, there's AI that can go out and search all of the comments on this game and give a report to Steam and say people are complaining that the game has been uh, is much buggier than it was, that there's things that the developers did in the game that have kind of broken the game, um, and the game has not been updated in a year and a half. And maybe take a look at it. Have one of your people play it for like an hour. I don't know if that's completely feasible, but there's got to be some responsibility on Steam. If the game's broken and it doesn't work anymore because of whatever the developers might have done to it, then it shouldn't be up on Steam. But I own it. I bought it. I don't have. Let's go back to. Um, I didn't buy any of the DLC, so I didn't buy Helicopters, Vintage, Supersonic, Beasts of the East. I didn't do any of that. I just bought the base game, played it, had fun with it. Let's go to see if anybody's in the stream. No. Let's go start up Football Manager. So my daughter is upstairs today, grounded. She did have breakfast, so she might call me in a little bit and say she wants a snack, and then she might need her water refilled. She has a water bottle that she drinks out of all the time. She drinks a lot of water, which I think is great. She drinks milk and juice and stuff like that, but she doesn't drink soda. She's 6 years old. She's never drank soda, 6.5. So I'm happy about that. She loves her water. We do like a mix of half a cup of coconut water, and she's got a cup like about that big with a straw. She's got multiple ones of those, but let's see, desktop. Let's see. I was going to look at preferences because trying to find out why. Show information pop up between match highlights. Yeah. I'm going to try this. Well, no, I don't. I'm going to reload the skin for that and then try to because I'm using the this is a skin by Work the Space. I was talking to somebody in my channel yesterday, and they said this is his newest skin, and they said that they had an older version of the skin that worked well. But what happens is that the tablet in when you're playing a game, and in between the highlights, the tablet comes up. Well, that tablet like takes up the whole screen, and so you don't get any updates on the left-hand side of the screen. So you're basically just monitoring your tablet instead of getting pop-up saying this guy's injured. I mean, I actually missed somebody getting injured for I don't know 5 minutes or something. They're out on, and I'm looking at, and I'm like, there was a highlight, and I'm looking, I'm like, this guy's sitting on the field. What's going on? And there's um, physios over there and stuff. So um, I'm going to try this. Let's do this. And then see what happens. I was hoping there might be a way where I could disable that part of the skin, but apparently not. I mean, I did. Right now we're 5-3-1. I think we're 6-3-1 after last night's match. So we've won 6, drawn 3, and lost 1 in the league. Been viewing matches from the start screen. Match storage space. Default. It doesn't tell you what the default is. Well, how much is the default? Okay, let's reload this. I'm going to confirm this and then come back and reload the skin. They suggest you do that. But I think it's the skin where he's incorporated the stats that show up on the left-hand side. He's incorporated that with, of course, as I do that, as I say left-hand side, it looks like I'm saying the right-hand side, but that's my left hand right there. It looks like he's incorporating. The reason I have my camera set up this way is because this picture behind me is on my left. And I kind of want to be able to see it the way that I see it. So let's just do reload skin, which I just already did. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could just go out and I could change the skin back to the normal skin and try that for a little bit. Because I do have Blues Till I Die and Work the Space. I could just go back to the regular skin and because I do have like the custom views, the custom sort things. Let's see how it looks. If it looks that much different. It looked really different when I first loaded it, but then that first game with the tablet being so big, and so what he did was they made the tablet big, like fills up almost the whole screen. But then whereas in the regular game on the left hand side you've got the match stats, and this one you've got the match stats, but it's like every single stat and it's color coded. It's kind of too busy. Um, so let's see if we go here to our club. See, in his version, he's got the stadium like right here in the center, and there's actually a picture of the stadium, and then there's information on the stadium. Okay, now this is pretty much the same. Oh, look, they developed a affinity here, and these guys are developing an affinity, and these guys have an affinity. Let's see. All three of them have an affinity, but it's not showing up right now, so I don't know why. Here we go. So then Hall, I think, needs to come up. Here we go. So these guys are all developing affinities. This is really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna try this out and see if I like this better. Now, the guy I was talking with in my chat yesterday, he said there is a an earlier version of the Work the Space skin. He said, which he said doesn't have such a big tablet. So maybe they just modified the tablet in their most recent version of the skin. So these guys are right now. Krask has a heavy match load. Austin Booth has a heavy match load. So the next game that we have is going to be the FA Cup second round against Cray, and that's another semi-pro team, the third qualifying round. That is in 7 days. So now this is a little bit different. Oh, yeah, because I might like this better because the impossession's up here, whereas in the Work the Space skin, it's down here. You have to click down here to get to them. I'm asking him to be more disciplined. Don't pass into space because I want a lot of. I read that you pass into space and you can lose possession easier that way. Work the ball in the box. We're gonna probably counter press and press and counter press and counter. I want to distribute quickly, take short kicks, out of possession, do a little bit higher block. And trap outside. Let's see how that works out. Dynamics are really good. Why? Because the team's winning. That's why the dynamics are really good. So the last five, we have a draw, a win, a loss, 2 wins. And then our current record is 6-3-1 in the league. So 1-6. You're asking, I've won 6. I've 3 draws. That should be 22 points, right? 18 plus 3 is 21. Well, the problem is that this year Torquay had 10 points deducted for administration. They went into administration for a period of time, so they were deducted 10 points. If I hadn't been deducted those 10 points, I'd be on 21 points, which would put me in fourth place in the league. But, and this kind of thing I have a little bit of trouble with is understanding the Football Association. If a team's in trouble financially, why do you deduct points from them? You're just going to make it worse off. I think they deduct. I don't know why they deduct points. Do they deduct points because they want that team to fail and go down and actually drop out of the professional leagues? I don't get it. But anyways, they did it. We've been winning and scoring a lot of goals. Got a goal differential of 15, which puts us top in the league on goal differential. So, all right. So now we are going to inbox it, see what happens. I'm supposed to get a new player in. I'm supposed to get in a new player. Okay, Cray scouting report. Here's our match analysis. At Hemel, we won the match deservedly as we created better opportunities than our opponents. Gotcha, 2.25. We did not complete many passes in the match. Total of 296 passes. Collins really struggled to find McGavin, failing to complete a single pass to him. Well, that's because Collins plays over here, McGavin plays over here. So maybe they were trying to do, I'm probably telling them to do shorter passes. That's probably why. We were fairly dominant throughout the first half. Opposition goals from shots in penalty area. We've conceded none of the 4 shots attempted from inside our penalty area. Didn't concede any of them. And they completed a decent number of passes in the match, mostly in the midfield. Yeah, if you look at the heat map for their team, for Hemel Hempstead, their heat map was like from here in their own half, and it went up to about here in our half. That's where all the heat was, and it was pretty noticeable. It was very bright. Whereas our heat map, we spent a lot more time in their end. Let's see. Let's go. Cray scouting report. I've attached a summary of the report on Cray as requested. They create an average of 2 more clear-cut chances than their opponents per 90 minutes played while using a 4-4-2. Cameron Black is decent at center back. Thompson's match thing. Match stats. Cray beat Stonehenge. They had 28 shots on target. Or 28 shots, 11 on target, scored 3 goals. 15 corners, 14 fouls, 3 yellow cards. They possess 59%. Yeah, I need to possess. I mean, they're a semi-professional team, but it doesn't mean that you can't lose. Why don't we have any weaknesses information? You're continuing to scout them, right, Peter? You're continuing to scout them, right? Next opposition. Do some more scouting, Peter. I have no transfer budget. I have no payroll available. I mean, I do have payroll available, but my finances, the board just won't give me any money. They got 132,000 in the bank. They did lose some money. 60,000 in gate receipts. Match day income 34,000. Corporate facilities income. What we need is some sponsorships. We get, what's this? Main kit sponsor. Stadium. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's about 50,000, 90,000, about $100,000 in sponsorships. They say they are happy. We're on course to work within the payroll budget. They're pleased that we are working towards finishing in the top half, and they're pleased with our progress in the FA Cup. They play a 4-4-2. They create a chance every 24 minutes. The opposition using 4-3-3 DM wide, they do the same. So Peter, get back on it, okay? Please give me a full scouting report. No, I don't know why it doesn't say that they're being assigned that, but it doesn't. I just changed it, but it doesn't say they're being assigned to do that. So I don't know. Training schedule for coming weeks, Torquay United. Okay, we got a match review. We got team bonding. We've got attacking wings, attacking overlap. No, I don't use overlap, dude. You can do attacking patient. I don't use overlap, so why are you training it? Weekly staff meeting. Cammy Moore should be made available for loan in order to help him reach his tremendous potential. Sure. Individual training plan laid out for Aaron Jarvis has worked a treat, and he's coming along tremendously. Remind me. They're happy with me as head coach because they're winning. The way Finley Craig's been developing recently, he looks like he's become just as good, if not better, than Kevin Dawson. He's at right back. Kevin Dawson's a midfielder. He hasn't been playing at midfielder. So, yeah, he hasn't been playing here. He's been playing back here. He's a natural there, natural on the right side, natural in the middle. Maybe I should try to find another right back and use him as a backup. Use him in the midfield. But he's a starter now. So, he's a breakthrough prospect, so I'll probably have to play him a certain amount. Well, that's what I was going to Google. How can I keep my, because sometimes I do some typing. How can I keep my, the drumming of my typing from hitting my microphone? I love how they come in and they tell me, this would be a great signing. And I'm like, yeah, it'd be a great signing if you'd give me any money, if you'd give me a transfer budget. or if you'd give me some more money for payroll so I could do some loans. But they won't. Actually, I had to go out and find a 16-year-old on my under 18s team, a new gen, because when I came in here without having the new gens, when I started up this game without having new gens, I had my senior squad and then I had one player in the under 18s and I had no money and I had 10-point deduction. And I'm like, so I went back and I restarted and I clicked on the option to have new gens generated so I could have a full under 18 squad so I could have some players. And I had to go out to my under 18s. Weston is set to move on loan to Torquay. Oh, good. AJ Weston is